And welcome everyone to Films with the Women of My Life. My name is Brennan, and joining tonight is Jess.
What's up, guys? How are you?
Oh, hello.
And Nicole.
Hello.
And Mama Kay.
Hello.
Alright, everyone going with the same, just hello. That's
It's
fine.
not like we just did this an hour, 45 minutes ago.
No.
It's not like that at all.
The top 5 show. We've been doing this for 5 years, and
We just figured that out.
We just figured that out the other time. You guys remember what the first ever movie of the year for us was?
Oh, was it Green something?
Green Book?
Not the first movie we reviewed. Green Book was the first review we ever did. Jess and I did
What
that.
year was it?
2019 was the movie year.
Yeah, it was Asian people in the basement.
Parasite.
Yeah.
There you go. Parasite. It was
Parasite.
our first
So
and
good. I need to
only.
rewatch that.
I think that was our first and it's so good. Our only consensus winner. I was on all 4 of our top 5 lists, and we were like, oh, easy. Every year we're just gonna have the easy consensus winner because.
No.
And then since then we have not had any consensus winners. Although we've had our like collective winners. So the next year after that, anyone remember 2020? I was just going through memory lane earlier on before we get into our
Joker.
bottom 5. Joker, no, it was a good guess. It was actually the year before. This was the Soul year. Soul.
Oh,
Jess
yeah. I like
Jess
Soul.
and Mama Kay had Soul as their top. I had another as my second, and I think it made Nicole's honorable mention, but she preferred Onward. So
Speaking of, when does Elemental come streaming?
it is streaming.
It's streaming, I think.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to see that.
I would recommend seeing it. It's quality watch. And then the year after that, this is the one that I completely forgot. The year after that, only 2 of us had it on our list, but it was the highest ranked, and it was Jess and I. It was Pig.
Oh.
Our
I don't even
movie of the
remember
year
that
was
movie.
Pig. You remember that?
Let me Google it.
Nicolas
Nicolas
Cage. He had a
Cage
pig.
and the mushroom situation.
Big.
Truffle
Oh,
hunting
wow.
pig.
I completely forgot about this.
I know. I was
I
crazy.
need to
Like
rewatch
that.
it.
It was not the strongest year of movies. 2021 was not. We had I think The Father we had multiple there too,
Yeah.
but that was also out the year before, so it was Father of that. And then last year, The Black Phone. The Black Phone was our winner with Jess and Nicole
Oh.
being the selectors. Jess is actually the only host who every year the consensus winner was on her list because that's just how it's worked out.
Interesting.
With the rankings.
Interesting.
So Jess, unbeknownst to us, Jess is the secret tastemaker of the show. Before we go to
the T-shirt, the secret tastemaker.
I had to point out some of our strangest picks too. My own was putting the stupid freaking I'm Thinking of Ending Things over Soul and Promising Young Woman. That was a big mistake on my part. I talk about those other 2 movies way more. Jess, It Chapter 2, that's your favorite movie of 2019? You still think that was a good decision?
Very good decision.
Seems like not the best decision to be. And then, Nicole, there was one year where you had Pigeon Kings as your second favorite movie of the year. Which I like that movie.
That was a good documentary.
Pigeon Kings. You had Crip Camp on there too. 2 documentaries that year. Hamilton was also on your list.
Obama. They wrote that.
Obama wrote that? I don't think Obama wrote Pigeon Kings.
No.
Do.
Crip Camp.
No, he did. He did not write Crip Camp.
He directed it.
Him and Michelle Obama produced American Factory.
Whatever.
A documentary that came out 2 years later, which you did not put on your top 5, if that's so important to you.
That's going to be my new
Okay.
thing. Whenever somebody questions me, it's just going to be, Obama did that.
Thanks, Obama.
Obama's running. What do you want me to do about it?
Oh.
Well, guys had plenty of... picking Endgame as your favorite is a little cliche. You picked Bullet Train last year, too, which is a wild first pick for you overall. But, all right, that's enough
See
of
what happens this
traipsing down.
year.
Speaking of Mama Kay, she always leads us off on these shows. I was complaining about going last. Well, on these shows, you're first, Mama Kay.
Oh.
It's time for the worst of the year. Worst movies of the year. Bottom 5, starting with your 5th worst movie of the year. Bottom 5. Mama Kay, what's the 5th?
You're going to make me sad to start with because I hate saying that this is my 5th worst movie of the year, but Disney, can you please listen to me? I'm all done with live action remakes. The Little Mermaid is my 5th least favorite movie of the year.
Oh, Little Mermaid. I mean, I didn't think it was so bad. You disliked it that much.
I just did, as looking at the movies of the year as a whole, I had a lot of movies that I was just kind of flat on. So and then I had a few that I was really either excited about or not excited about. So it was the fifth one was kind of hard. The rest of them I really, really dislike. But I want to make a point here at Disney. Up your game.
Making a point. It's a statement pick.
It is a statement pick. I stand by it.
It was definitely a weaker, or I would say stronger year at the top. So, it's better that the weak picks are not as weak.
Yeah.
Jess, you're number 5 on the bottom.
Okay, so I'm going to preface by saying these are all movies that I saw in theaters that I either did walk out on or really wanted to walk out on but couldn't.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Poor Things. That's going to be number 5.
Yeah, so no one else has seen this, so no one else can defend it here. And I'm guessing it's a me movie, but...
you would like it, Nicole wouldn't, because... Well, Nicole wouldn't like it solely because the film is out of a fisheye. So it was so annoying to watch. It was all fisheye lens.
The whole thing's fisheye lens. I've seen the trailer, but the entire thing is fisheye lens?
I don't know, maybe 3/4 of it, but a lot of it was fisheye lens, which was very annoying.
Wow.
That's okay. That's extreme.
That's a choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Poor Things, number 5. I'll give it a shake at some point, but all right, Nicole, number 5 of the year for you.
Okay.
Worst.
Okay, so I mentioned, if you listen to the draft show, a couple of these movies are going to come up solely because I watched them X amount of times on a cruise ship because that's all they had available to me. There were some other things not from 2023, thankfully. Like I watched Percy Jackson for the first time.
I'm gonna say it. I thought they would have a good variety of movies again.
Well, no, this is on the cruise ship.
This is on our cruise ship.
You get movies in your cabin.
They just play them all day long.
Yeah, they play nonstop movies, but they only play the same, 10 movies on like 3 different channels.
Oh, so they have like a theater you can just go to?
No, it's just in your room. It's a channel on the TV.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yep.
I see. Okay.
So one of those movies is my number 5. Oh, I don't remember which way I went with this. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
We're doing the bottom 5 worst, just so you know.
I know, but I don't remember if 1 was the worst or if 5 was the worst.
Oh, well, in this moment, which do you just, you make...
I'm just going to pick this one because it's not as bad as some of the others. I'm going to pick Gran Turismo as my 5th worst film of the year.
Gran Turismo?
Gran Turismo.
Not the Clint Eastwood
not
movie.
the same.
Very
not
different.
The same as that. It was just pretty boring.
You didn't like I like Gran Turismo. I think I gave it a positive review. It's a fun film.
Okay, well, to each their own.
You didn't like David Harbour doing his old man. He's like, I don't want to help these kids.
No, as I put it on my bottom 5.
Okay, all right.
Even
fine.
David Harbour can't save it, apparently.
My number 5 at the bottom. Also related to the cruise ship, actually, because when Nicole and I go on cruise ships, we tend to go to the art section, and maybe we've made a purchase or two on some artwork that is perhaps a bit of an impulse buy, but there's an artist they're always pushing on there, and I recently watched a film about this artist, and it was very bad. It was very boring. It was horribly made by the person who made American Psycho, which you would think, oh, that's a person who knows how to make movies, but no, Mary Herron made Dali Land about Salvador Dali, and that is a boring-ass film where Ben Kingsley plays Salvador Dali, and you never forget it's Ben Kingsley. And the woman playing his wife is atrocious, and the guy playing the main guy, who's like the audience star, is boring. It's a boring, bad. It's like I'm trying to think of a good comparison. I'm not. It's not worth it. It's bad. Don't watch Dali Land. Number 4, Mama K. Back to you. Worst of the year.
I'm a little concerned about all 4 of my picks because I think people like them a lot.
Oh, you're doing Jess bottom 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay to be different.
That's right.
That's right. I gotta be me. And there's also something they all have in common. And for me, I really like the score of movies. I like the background music. I like everything about that. All 4 of these to me were irritating beyond belief. So number 4 is Priscilla.
Whoa.
Really?
The score.
Wow, I didn't know you disliked Priscilla this much.
Yeah, the more I sit on it and think about it, the whole her looking out the window and having this for like 90 seconds at a time just really made me mad. I thought that was really lazy filmmaking there by Sofia Coppola. And also I know the actress either has an Oscar nom or is getting one. I just thought she was the worst. So
I thought she was fine. I didn't
Priscilla.
think...
I just thought she was short.
I've grown to like the guy who played Elvis, Jacob Elordi.
Yeah.
I've actually
After
grown
Saltburn
to too.
How can you not after Saltburn? Well, we'll save Saltburn talk for a little bit later. Jess, number 4, worst.
Speaking of Saltburn talk, that was my number 4.
Oh no!
Jacob Elordi coming in at 4.
You gave this a soft recommend on the show, so I mean, it might be on your bottom 5.
Okay, it's on my bottom 5 because
it's
just movies that I remember I wanted to walk out on. So at one point watching this, I didn't want to walk out on it.
You know, I appreciate you giving things like Saltburn and Poor Things a fair shake. I don't know, if those were your kind of movies. When we started doing this show, I didn't think you would ever venture into those waters. So I appreciate the effort. But Nicole, number 4, the bottom for you.
I don't remember what I said in the review about this movie. But that's kind of why I put it on the bottom, because it's not
memorable,
sticking with me.
Mm.
And I don't think that I liked it while we were watching it. So if I did say I liked it at the time, well, too bad.
You're allowed to change your mind.
I'm going to choose...
Exactly. Everybody, I think Mama K might have also soft recommended Priscilla, if I'm remembering. So everyone says things.
You think about things and change mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my 4th pick Rye Lane.
Oh, really?
Oh my god. I feel like everyone just picked something that's someone else might have on their list later. Priscilla, Saltburn, and Rye Lane. I was expecting those in the second half of the show, but interesting. Rye Lane. Didn't like it.
I don't remember, so I guess not.
I think you might have recommended it, but to your point, you're allowed to change. We're all allowed to change our minds. Yeah. If I can change, you can change.
There can only be so many in the top. You know what I mean?
We're just like Dennis Quaid. You got to change. I can't change. You got to change. I don't even remember what movie that is. My number 4, I don't think is going to be on anyone's top 5. It's called The Donor Party. I think only Nicole saw it with me. It's a Rob Corddry film, and Donor Party, not the greatest Rob Corddry effort. I think his actually had a couple movies that have made the bottom 5 now before. He had one that Nicole and I watched where he was in Bad Therapy. I know you're a fan, but he makes not the best choices. But we will not. Did that
actually get a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes?
I think Donor Party did. I don't know if... Yeah, the one I'm just talking about. Yeah. We don't have to dwell on Rob Corddry films anymore. On to the number 3 worst film of 2023. Mama K?
It's a gig that Jess and I did, a movie called Leave the World Behind.
Ooh, not good, huh?
It made me feel bad at the end, like really bad. And the score for that movie was also very weird. So... that's what I'm going with.
Weird.
Good acting, but yeah.
Okay. We'll leave the world behind. Jess, you leaving the world behind?
Maybe. Am I on my number 3?
You are.
Okay. Number 3, Hunger Games.
Oh, okay.
So no, she's not.
Hunger Games. No. One of your draft picks.
Yeah, maybe I am leaving the world behind. But yeah, Hunger Games is a possibility.
I know you recently caught up on all the Hunger Games films. How does this stack up to the other 4 originals, which I believe you also said were not very good?
I think they're just okay / good. This one was just very, very bad.
This doesn't hold up to the others. Well,
no, and I remember to myself saying, "I wish I could leave the theater." So again,
these are all leave or wish I could leave. I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Nicole, number 3 for you. And Nicole always wants to leave the theater, even if she likes the movie. So
It's true. Donor Party does have a 0%, by the way.
Oh, there we go.
It hasn't grown since we talked about it last time. It's still my number 3 is going to be. I don't remember how I did this, but I guess 3 would be in the middle regardless. Huh?
It probably would be.
My number 3 is going to be Cocaine Bear.
Oh, Cocaine
for the
Bear.
worst movies this year. Not what I was expecting from Elizabeth Banks, and hope that she never does it again.
Yeah, I was hoping for either like more on the more stupid.
Campy.
Yeah, more stupid and campy, or the other way where it was like totally played straight, but it's like a cocaine bear, like
the Meg.
Yeah, exactly. We're like no one's laughing in the movie, but like you're laughing at it. But nope, they chose to go with a kind of in between, wishy washy, just celebrities running around in the woods. The Margot Martindale scene was kind of funny, where it's the park ranger.
Yeah, I like her.
She can do no wrong. But I have had a couple documentaries on my bottom 5s before, and only one documentary this year made the cut. And it wasn't just necessarily a documentary. This was one of the worst ones I saw, but it's more on the stance of principles. That this is why we do not typically review documentaries on our show, especially not true crime. The hatchet wielding hitchhiker is just an embarrassing, rehashed 60-minute story.
That just sounds stupid.
Oh, it is.
Shows up in my top 5.
I would be based on some of your bottom 5 picks. I would be like, you might just need to switch the whole lists and just be like, yeah, maybe it'd be more credible. But hatchet wielding hitchhiker, no good. Not my favorite true crime. A genre I don't already like at all. So number 2 on the bottom, Mama K.
Number 2 is a movie I just saw, and the main reason I don't like it is because of the soundtrack. That's not just an ancillary piece. That's the main reason. Secondarily is the acting. Third is the weird way that it is filmed. And this is May December.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard good things. Well, you do not like May December.
May December looks like it was done by a 7-year-old.
Oh. Okay. Like the blogging,
everything.
The cinematography.
A 7-year-old on a xylophone. A 7-year-old with a.
Wow, that's impressive.
I've heard it's supposed to be like a fake Lifetime movie kind of thing, but
that's
got,
exactly
depressing subject matter.
Bad Lifetime versus and a weird ass Hallmark movie. I can't. I watched it with a friend several days ago, and she is still texting me about how much she hated that movie.
Oh my!
We should do a review.
She kept talking about how many questions she had about. She's asking me questions like, I don't know.
She's asking you.
Ask a 7-year-old.
Maybe we need to review this one. That's a Netflix one, right?
I think so. I don't know who did. It's Julianne Moore and
Natalie Portman, right? Your favorite?
Yeah, just another favorite Natalie Portman junk.
I've heard good things. I want to try it out. It's interesting. You got shitting on Poor Things and May December and all these movies I want to try and go see. Let's see.
Okay.
Jess, speaking of shitting on movies I probably want to see, your number 2?
Ferrari. We just talked about it.
Oh, there you go. Well, at least I don't really want to see that one that bad. Ferrari. Did you walk out of that one? Did you make it to the end?
Well, I was with Kyle's whole family, so unfortunately I couldn't just walk out.
Assert your dominance, Jess. Waltz out of there.
You're a tastemaker in this. You should have just been, I am a film critic, and this is beneath me.
This is bullshit.
This is garbage.
I will just not stand for this. All right, well, Ferrari, number 2 worst. Interesting. Very interesting bottom 5 from Jess. It's some people's probably Oscar lists. Nicole.
Crazy how the world works, huh?
Number 2 for you, Nicole.
Oh, my number 2 is a so bad it's good movie, but that just means it's bad, right?
I guess.
So I'm gonna have to go with our our hometown hero and pick our Philly boy M. Night Shyamalan. Go with Knock at the Cabin as my second worst movie this year.
I know it's a little ahead of the skis right now, but that's on my honorable mentions. I love Knock at the Cabin.
He's got to stop.
He still writes like a weird alien person. The dialogue is just so horrible. It's not as so bad. It's good as old, but yeah, Knock at the Cabin. I think Knock at the Cabin's fine. But speaking of movies that just Nicole and I reviewed, this one was just I don't know. I don't even remember why we picked it. I feel like we were completely at a gap. We had nothing to watch. We were just like, let's just pick the very first thing we see on streaming that we haven't seen that's new this year, because that's how a lot of people pick things. They'll open their app, they'll be like, oh, that's a new thing. I'll click that first thing that catches my eye. So, and we're telling you don't do that, because we clicked on Robots, which is a film with Shailene Woodley and other guy, plain guy.
God, I didn't even ask you because I thought I didn't even see that.
No, we reviewed that, and like they're artificial intelligence robots that take the place of their doubles, and their doubles are like slacker or loser people. And then the robots fall in love, and they're like, "Oh, it's cute. Supposed to be a cute story." But no, we follow the humans. And then they fall in love, but they're terrible, and we don't want to follow them. And it's one of those movies, too, where like it's so like you could see the scenes where they're like, oh, you could tell they lost their location, or like, oh, they don't know where to put all these extras. They hired 30 people. They don't know where to put them, so they shove them in weird places. Like it's just a disorganized mess of a movie. No more reason to shit it anymore. Robots, don't watch that. Don't curate your palette. Pick things, don't just click random shit. Pick things based on things.
It does already tell you might like something, so
don't listen to either your niche TikTok community like Jess does, I guess, or you listen to like your film communities. That's what I do. Just have your spouse tell you what to watch. That's what Nicole does. I don't know what Mama K does.
No.
But
all the above.
Number one worst of the year. Before we're on to the best, we're almost there to the best stuff, but let's finish up the worst. Mama K, number one worst of the year.
Oppenheimer.
What a stupid pick.
I still hate that with the passion of 1,000 suns.
It's the stupidest.
Or an atomic bomb.
Timmy Turner.
It's one of
Makes
the
me
stupidest things I've ever heard. That is
so mad.
It's stupider than when what was that Quentin Tarantino movie that Jess put on her bottom 5 that year? She put Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. She said that was the worst movie of the year. And I was like, that's pretty egregious, Jess. But Oppenheimer? The movie that's about to win every Oscar? You're going to just throw it on the bottom.
That's awesome. I was ready to murder somebody there. I mean, if that's the whole point of Oppenheimer, it came across. I was ready to the whole building.
Oh my God. She was pulling her own Oppenheimer.
That's right.
You were going to Oppenheimer the whole...
I mean, there were more people than normal in the theater, but it was still only half full. So
the movie is just Carrie, where you're building your own atomic bomb to blow up all of the copies of Oppenheimer.
At least I would have a soundtrack to it that didn't just go.
People download that soundtrack to listen to. They intentionally listen to that soundtrack throughout their day.
Yeah, those people are actually murderers. So
Jess, number one, but worst of the year for you.
So I think so far all of our lists have been unique, right? There's been no repeats.
You're right.
For the most part,
no repeats. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, so I'm about to do the first repeat, which is Cocaine Bear.
Wow, double Cocaine Bear. Okay, wow. I thought you were rope-a-doping me, and you're going to say Leave the World Behind, but you went with Cocaine Bear. So
yeah.
All right, that's pretty good. We got our first repeat. It's not that bad, but I get what you guys are saying. Nicole, what's your worst of the year?
Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared of the reaction that Mama K had. It's not Oppenheimer. I'm not picking that. But I'm scared of what you're going to say to me.
Oh, it's going to be less than what he said to me. Don't worry about it.
Any of you.
I'm not going to say anything.
My worst movie of the year, due to the fact that, one, the movie was absolutely ruined by the previews.
I know.
Oh, I know what it is.
And two, I just didn't quite care for it. I am picking Barbie as my biggest letdown, worst movie of the year.
You're not going to
Honestly,
get
if
pushback
I
from
saw
us.
it, I don't think I'd like it either.
I think you put it on the bottom too, Jess. It's not a movie for the Women in My Life show. It's not a movie for this audience. It's we're too old. You guys are too old. It's the truth.
Yeah.
Maybe it's what
Bunch of old ladies on the show. We've been doing this for 50 years. My worst of the year. I'm surprised it's not on anyone else's because I know at least 2 other people saw this with me. Maybe they forgot it came out this year. It was so bad. It was a while ago. It was a live-action Disney remake that was much worse than The Little Mermaid, but Mama Kay left it off her list. It's fucking Peter Pan and Wendy. That movie.
That actually was on my list, but...
You put Poor Things instead and Saltburn?
But I was going to make the theme of things I wanted to walk out on. But
okay, well, I appreciate the theming.
I forgot about Peter Pan.
Actually
I forgot
on my list.
You would have to say, though, okay, as I say that...
I would have to move Little Mermaid to 6 and put Peter Pan and Wendy at 5. But can we agree that they just need to stop doing it?
They're going to make a Mufasa movie next year.
I know.
The Mufasa prequel that everyone asked for.
I know.
The world was clamoring for. But how did he get such a deep voice? Was he born Scar, or how did he get?
I was going to say, isn't Scar more interesting?
You want to know how I got these
Mufasa?
scars?
But
yeah,
okay,
whatever. All right, so
exactly.
Bottom 5. Cocaine Bear was the only repeat. Otherwise, we have. I do want to read. We have Oppenheimer on here, May, December. We have Saltburn, Barbie, Poor Things, Priscilla. These are all movies that are probably going to be up for many awards. I just say it. Yeah. We were just shooting. Not me. Just I want to say on my list, I only have bad movies. You guys all have good movies on your.
It's subjective. What the hell are you talking about?
I know, but I guess I see enough stuff so I can truly have like. I'm not going to dog you guys for a lot of those picks. Some of them I agree with.
You already did. Too late.
More than you have, or what?
Too late.
It's all. This is regular. This is like jousting, dog. This isn't like legitimate. I don't know. Some of those takes are pretty bad, but whatever. That's fine. Let's go to the top 5. Top 5 best stuff of the year. Mama Kay, it's back to you. Let's get positive. Number 5 of the year.
Number 5 of the year is Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised it didn't make anyone's bottom 5 based on how that conversation was going.
It's on my list, and I think it squeaked into 5 just because I actually didn't hate it, and I was prepared to.
You thought you were going to hate Killers of the Flower Moon?
I was thinking it was going to be too long. I haven't enjoyed a Leo movie since Titanic, so yeah, that's what I was thinking. The Killers of the Flower Moon, and I think it was just the what was happening in the movie that saved it for me.
Quality film. I can't agree more. It's definitely a deserving spot. It's in the fight for my list as well. But Jess, number 5 for you.
So I'm going to go ahead and say 2023. I was not impressed with movies this year.
All right, before you keep going, Jess, you've said this every year we've ever done this. Every single year.
5 years in a row now.
This is I would say this is the best year we've ever done on the show. Like I have a top 10 where I'm like, these are all 4.5 star movies or better. So before you continue, Jess, I just have to point out, you have said every year we have done the show. I just didn't like the movies this year. Every single year. I just listened to the tapes to catch up on like our old memory. You say it every year. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say my top 5 are mostly horror/thriller movies.
There you go. That sounds more like
that I've liked. So 5, No One Will Save You.
Oh, No One Will Save You. I don't think you recommended that.
You don't think what?
I don't think she recommended that. Again, opinions
I don't think I did, but there's just nothing to
So wait, you have
from.
something on your bottom 5 that you recommended, and something on your top 5 you didn't recommend. That I think is a first, actually. I think no one has done that yet.
Change our minds.
No,
That's
no
right.
one will save you. Caitlin Dever, great performance. I wish it weren't a silent movie. Like that was such a kind of a gimmick. I think that.
Did I see that?
You saw part of it, but you didn't review the. Oh wait, yeah, you did. You did see it.
I think you did review it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you don't remember that one?
It was Booksmart Girl.
Yeah, and the aliens come and they're like unconventional, kind of, or they're actually really conventional, but then the end.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
They got the toe fingers.
Yeah, I remember now.
No One Will Save You. Fine film. All right, Jess. Interesting. I didn't see that coming. Nicole, number 5 for you.
My number 5 movie of the year is going to be Blackberry.
Oh, Blackberry squeaking on
I
there.
need to see
Yeah.
that.
I don't know if it's normally my style. I'm not into the dryness, but I did enjoy that one.
Blackberry, the Canadian social network is the easiest. If someone's like, "Oh, what's Blackberry?" That's the easiest way I would quick sell it to somebody. But yeah, Blackberry number 5 for Nicole. I, as always, have to struggle. I have to struggle with this list. I had 10 this year. I was telling Mama Kay the other episode. I was like, I might have to go to 10. I might have to switch to pad it out.
Good thing you didn't ask us to.
No, that's why I didn't. I was like, it wouldn't. I know it wouldn't be possible because my
We don't even
co-host
remember
can't.
what we saw or not.
My co-host seen enough movies to like. Their 10th favorite movie will be their 5th least favorite because they saw 15 films.
Exactly.
All forced by me. So instead of going to the 10, I pared it down. I did. I made hard choices. I lost good friends along the way. And the Survivors, the number 5, The Survivor. John Wick Chapter 4. Best John Wick movie. I was late to the John Wick train. I had never seen the first 2 in theaters, and the third one, I was like, you know what? The action gun fu movies are not really usually my style. I need more substance usually, but these are the highest rated of this type of movie. I will give them a chance. And the first 3 are solid. They get better with each one, in my opinion. And this 4th one is one of the few movies I saw twice in theaters. It was excellent.
Wow.
The action. There's a sequence in the middle at a nightclub, and I have the soundtrack going on my phone, as I do with several of my movies in this top tier. John Wick Chapter 4 blew my expectations out of the water. Best of the series. And pretty much everything. If you want to go see a John Wick movie, that's the one where it has everything you need. Old characters, new characters, all the good fights. Number 4 for you, Mama Kay.
Number 4 for me is Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
Oh,
I love
interesting.
me a Mission Impossible movie. So,
Do you?
and the worst part of it is that it cut off at the end because there's going to be a next one. So
This didn't make my top 5 or top 10. It's in my honorable mentions, but I really like this one. I like the last couple have been okay, but like this one was like
no, they went
maybe
for
my
it on
favorite.
this one.
I love they brought characters back. They kept intertwining things. They've gotten really good at their at fleshing out what they could do.
At their world building. Yeah.
I didn't want to use such, but you're right. At the world building, why do they not use the mask all the time though? The mask trick, like
yeah.
they could use it constantly, but they don't use it.
It's another movie.
I'll have to wait
It's
for the
an
next one.
Yeah, maybe they're gonna all wear masks. The whole movie will just be pulling off each other's masks. You don't even know who was anyone the whole time.
It's like Spider-Man meme.
Yeah, I'll put Jess doesn't know what we're talking about. Jess, number 4 of the year for you. What do you
Number
got?
4, Knock at the Cabin.
Oh, I didn't know you saw Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah.
And it's
I
number
think
4.
it was not one of the ones Nicole didn't like.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, that's another one I think she recommended, but had second thoughts, or so bad it's good, however you want to say it. But yeah, Knock at the Cabin. We can't quit M. Night on the show. He's a Philly guy,
Yeah.
Got to support him. Going to see him at a Sixers game one of these days. All right, Nicole, number 4 for you.
Number 4. I'm noticing that a couple of my picks coming up have not been mentioned in the draft or mentioned here, so I'm feeling pretty excited about that.
Me too.
My 4th movie, I didn't think I would like this as much as I did, but we went with my mom, and we all enjoyed it, Brennan and my mom and myself, and that movie is Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
Oh, I didn't think this was going to make your top 5.
Wow. It was
This is a good
really
movie.
good. I really
It is a
liked
good
it.
movie. Yeah.
I've never even heard of it.
Dungeons
Yeah,
and
based
Did we
on
review it
the-
for the show.
Based on the
game.
board game. Yeah. We did do it.
Yeah, I think I remember now. Oh, yeah, that was a good. Yeah, that
You did.
What was his name? The bird.
Chris Pine.
No, I know Chris Pine's Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez.
The
I
bird.
don't remember some of the other bird. The bird guy was Jonathan when they knock him out the window. Oh no, Jonathan!
I want to see it just for that. Whatever that is.
You would like the humor, okay?
It is. It's fun. It's a fun.
You might even like it too, Jess. Actually, it's pretty broad. Actually, now that I think about it, your mom liked it. Everyone liked it. It's a good movie. Good pick.
Nice.
D&D.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Honor Among Thieves. All right. You're right. I did not see that coming at all, but that's a good, nice pick. All right. It's already been talked about, but not in the appropriate manner. Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer's number 4 movie of the year. Now, to be fair, Oppenheimer was competing with other old man movies. I knocked off a few others, including Killers of the Flower Moon. Did not make my top 5 this year. So,
oh wow,
really wanted it to. I told you this is a strong year. I had to make some very hard choices,
Depends
and one
who
of
you
them,
ask, apparently.
one of them was I get one old man movie. Will it be Oppenheimer or will it be Killers of the Flower Moon? And I picked Oppenheimer. Technical masterpiece, probably Nolan's best. I mean, he's made mostly only good movies, so hard to say. But deserves all the accolades it's going to get. And I'm happy to say, okay, you're the minority on this one. It's a great film. Sorry to say. But Oppenheimer, number 4 of the year for me. Could be higher, but I have more emotional attachment to the 3 above it. So, Mama K, number 3 for you.
Another movie that no one's mentioned in any capacity is Boys in the Boat.
Really? George Clooney film?
Karen saw that and she liked it.
Okay, well,
George Clooney film.
George Clooney directed.
Oh, he directed it. It was a good palate cleanser because when we keep using the phrase "old man movies," I swear to God, this is the year of old man movies, and I'm going to regret saying this because it's later on, but I am all done with old man movies, and then we get women movies, and it winds up being Priscilla. So yeah,
Barbie.
Yeah, I liked Barbie. Barbie didn't make my top 5, but I liked Barbie.
That's it. But it didn't make
so
the top
Boys
5.
in the Boat. Yeah, nice palate cleanser. I liked the calmness of it. It was great.
Boys in the Boat. Yeah, I didn't check it out specifically because George Clooney directs, because he makes just too. It's just too bland. It's just
I love
bland
Descendants.
movies.
You didn't like that either?
No, that's not even a. Well, that is. He's in that, but is that a him directed movie? Descendants.
I'm not sure. I feel like it is.
I feel like we just talked about the director recently, and it wasn't. I gotta do the thing. Jess, do your number 3 while I look up who directed the Descendants.
Number 3 is Missing.
Yeah,
the second movie to
Missing.
Searching. I liked. Yeah, it was fun.
It wasn't as good as Searching, but it's very good, and it didn't make my it made my honorable mentions. But yeah, I'm glad you remember. I'm glad you remembered it. First of all, that was much appreciated, and yeah, I love that style that like the Unfriended movies do it too. I like that, using the computer screen and using technology. It's just pushing the medium.
Like the audience is kind of like with the character, like doing their research and all that. Yeah,
the research cool. And like the little sticky notes that pop up, and you get the message, like the little messages ping. Like I want more Missing and Searching movies. Those are good. And Descendants. Alexander Payne was the director.
Oh, right.
Alexander Payne, which
this had the same flavor of that though.
No, very similar flavor. I will give you that. But good pick, Jess. Good pick. Nicole, number 3 for you.
Ooh.
I'm in suspense.
Ooh,
suspending us.
Another one that no one has said yet. I like this.
Ooh.
So this also normally would never hit the top of my lists of things, but it was so good, and I'm wondering if maybe I should dip my toe into the John Wick world, because I heard that these are kind of similar in the tone. But
not your toe.
I know.
Not your toe. Your toe and your tone?
Not the toe.
But my number 3 movie is Sisu.
Sisu! Ooh! Our boy Sisu popping up on the top 5.
Sisu was very good. I really enjoyed it, and I would have to watch it again so I can revisit it. But yeah,
John Wick
Sisu
is very different from Sisu.
Yeah, very different. But if you like Sisu, there are other movies. I didn't know you would like a movie like that, because he uses someone as an oxygen tank. He uses humans as oxygen tanks. It's pretty in the most unique way I have ever seen. Like that I still think about that scene every like once a week. I'll be like, Sisu, use those gentlemen as oxygen tanks.
Well, I
Gentlemen.
guess the John Wick
How do you spell this?
SISU. The John Wick references that this is the John Wick of the World War II era. So,
Okay.
I would like to see this again. It was very suspenseful and sweaty palms, and it was very good.
Great.
Sisu. Quality movie. Totally agree. Also on the honorable mentions. Didn't make my tops, but glad you enjoyed. And another one of those movies that probably you go outside your what is it called? You expand your horizons.
Comfort zone?
There you go. Comfort zone. That's good. Number 3 for me. Technically, it's not as good as a film, I think, as Oppenheimer, John Wick, or 4 or 5 other movies that I kicked off the list with my poor heart hurting. But it got stronger every time I saw it, and it just kept being it's so special in my brain now because it just has like memories now attached to it, memories of a really good trip. These two characters really resonate with me as reflections of my relationship with Nicole. It's Elemental. Pixar coming. Welcome back to the top 5. Pixar. It's
Really?
Elemental, which I think I gave.
I'm gonna watch this soon.
Which I gave a positive review to when we talked about it. Nicole and I both did. But since then, it was one of those movies that played in our cabin on the ship when we were
It's a cruise movie.
It's a cruise movie. We're in Antarctica. We're looking out our stateroom balcony. There's a dozen whales breaching. It's just undescribable beauty. And then I look back on the screen and I see Wade blubbering in front of Ember, and I'm like, it's me and Nicole for real though.
Aww.
And I just like it's just such a warm, special connection. And it's honestly, it's a really quality movie. Like, it's got great metaphors. It's consistently funny. There's still things in there. I don't know what the fuck's going on in that pruning scene, but there is just it's a consistently funny movie. Pixar back on top, like they went anywhere. Number 3 of the year for me. Mama K, number 2 for you. And I do want to mention before we go into top 2s, no repeats yet in the top 5. There's no consensus winner right now. Not yet. I think I might too, but Mama K?
My number 2 movie. My top 2 movies. My whole list of top 5 movies are disappointing to me. To myself.
Jesus, who are you, Jess?
I'm disappointed.
Listen, I don't think they ever made any good movies again. Not since Tarzan.
Yeah, they're disappointing to me because these are the things that I liked this year. John Wick, Chapter 4.
Oh, another bullet train.
It's another bullet train.
And now it's our leader in the clubhouse for movie of the year. So
John Wick. I avoided the John Wick franchise for a long time because the first movie involves killing a dog, and I am very much against that. I'm sure most people are, but I am very, very much against that. But I was like, okay, from the years of badgering by members of my family, we're like, it's one movie, it's over, it's time to move on to, and I just getting your ass kicked on a staircase for 40 minutes. Beautiful.
It's compelling. It's the best fighting. Like, there's no reason to do stunts and fights in other movies are fine, but if you just want to see the stunt fighting movie, which it still has a story, it still has characters you care about, it works on every level. The music, the music and the choreography together, it's like a 2.5 hour ass kicking music video, and you don't want to turn it off. But totally agree.
And a little fun driving involved too. So yeah. John Wick 4. That's my number 2.
The Warriors references, we love it. Oh man, my voice is. We got to power through. Almost there. Jess, number 2 of 2023.
Number 2 was a very good thriller, It Lives Inside.
It Lives Inside? All the way to number 2? Not what I was expecting. I mean, it's, yeah. Why'd you like it? Okay, talk me into it a little bit. And tell Mauke and Nicole what it is, because they don't know what It Lives Inside is.
No idea.
So, let me see if I even remember. So, I think there was a curse, and this... I forgot. This thing...
I didn't mean to put you on the spot for your number 2 movie of the year.
I need to think. There were 2 friends, and they're not really friends anymore, and this girl somehow got jumbled into a curse, and she dropped a jar, and the spirit kind of went inside of her, and I think killed her. The friend kind of realized what was going on, and she didn't want it to spread, so she figured out how to stop it.
That's actually right. That is what happens and It Lives Inside.
Nice synopsis.
Okay, good.
It's a good movie. I mean, it's a little clunky. Some of the acting's not amazing, but premise is solid. And I'm with you. It Lives Inside. I'm not mad at it. I could take it or leave it, but It Lives Inside. It's a Jess movie. Nicole, number 2 of the year for you.
My number 2 is a repeat. Oh, I broke it. But I have to give my number 2 to what many people would probably say is the number 2, depending on what they like. But I'm gonna have to go with Oppenheimer for number 2. That was just it was stellar. It was the only movie I wasn't upset that I sat in a fucking dark movie theater for 3 hours.
Look at that.
Wow, I didn't think you would like it.
I loved it. It was great.
There you go.
Wow.
I sat right next to her, and she was gripped on the like.
Did you know who Oppenheimer was before the movie?
Yes, but not in that in depth of a knowledge.
Yeah, if I had known at one point in my life, I've definitely forgotten.
Yeah.
You're not a history person, Jess. You're a math person.
Yeah.
You're not a history person, so it's understandable. But when I get those once or twice a year sitting next to Nicole and I can tell she's enjoying the movie, it's very, you can tell very easily, and it's such a relieving, wonderful
And a
experience.
3-hour movie at that.
I know.
Wow,
That's rough.
It's significant. It's Oppenheimer number 2, and the leader in the clubhouse now for movie of the year with a 2 and a 4 on the list. So, okay, that would be unfortunate. But a horror movie and then Oppenheimer. It's your grip on the show. My number 2 of the year has been said earlier, not in the top 5. Should have been though. Saltburn, Emerald Fennell, my girl, my favorite working female director, I can say now confidently, because she's made 2 movies, and both have made my top 5s, because she's fucking gets it. This fucking lady gets it. About Saltburn, and to an even greater degree, Promising Young Woman. Again, if anyone has not seen Promising Young Woman, go fucking watch that film. So Emerald Fennell can do no wrong in my book. She's at the top of my list of directors, and Saltburn, what she did for bathtubs. It's what that freaking Timothy Chalamet movie did for Peaches. So anyway, number 1 of the year for all of us. It's who's in the lead
Peaches
right
and
now?
Wonka?
No.
J.K. Lowell's.
Stupid Armie Hammer.
No, I'd call me. That's very funny. There's Peaches and Wonka. No, it's good. All right, Bob. Okay, number 1 of the year for you.
Chocolate covered peaches.
Yeah. White chocolate.
Oh God.
Dark chocolate.
That was milky.
Okay. My number 1 movie of the year is Sisu.
What?
I called it. I called it when I saw that movie. I called it when I saw that movie. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to see this year. That's my Oppenheimer, people. I'm not kidding. It sounds crazy, and I don't ever want to see it again. No, I'm not that I don't ever. I don't want to keep seeing these movies. Let me put it that way.
Doesn't sound like it. Every year you pick it. You picked Bullet Train last year. This year it's Sisu and John Wick.
Well, John Wick was my Bullet Train this year. So I mean, Sisu's very, very different than that. But that was just, what a great story. And it makes me really mad though that it's part of the old man movie contention piece.
It's literally an old man fighting Nazis in the desert over gold. Like it's the oldest man movie ever made.
Yeah, this is literally the oldest guy that's ever been in an army ever. So,
and no one loves World War II like old dudes. Like it
was World War I, wasn't it?
No,
right
World War II, I believe. No, it was Nazis. They were disgraced Nazis. He was in World War.
He was in World War I, and then
he might have been in a war before that. He was in some other. He's in like every war. Sisu is, but,
even though he's like from Scandinavia, he's like definitely in the Revolutionary War.
It was not. This is weirder than when Jess and Nicole both had a Predator sequel in their top 5.
I mean, I don't know if you remember that I did gush about this movie a little bit when we saw it.
I know, well, you guys did. I did not think. The thing is, when we review them, like we said, we clearly, opinions change. You don't know what you're going to remember. You don't know what's going to stick with you until weeks, months later, and clearly, Sisu stuck with you too. So that's...
It also tells me that I saw a lot of movies that a lot of people really like, and I just don't like them. So that's the difference. I could have picked Red, White, and Blue and Royal or whatever.
Oh, Red, White, and Royal Blue.
Yeah, that's the one.
How do you know that's not my number one?
I would say don't spoil. We still got... it could be mine too.
Oops.
You never know.
Oops. Okay.
Anyway, Jess, number one of the year. I know it, but tell these people why.
Why don't you go ahead and say it though if you know it?
You say it.
No, Jess, I don't want to see it. You want me to steal your thunder?
No. You go ahead.
Jess's favorite movie.
I think you're right. I think you are right.
Jess's favorite movie of the year. It was made by a pair of YouTubers from New Zealand. It's a very, very good horror movie that just missed out on my top 10.
Yep.
It was my number 9 of the year. It's a film called Talk to Me, and it's very good. Like, okay, I know you're not a horror person, but if you could just please stomach one for us. Like,
I'm not seeing it.
Talk to Me has one of the best this is the one that hurt one of the most. They all hurt to leave off, but like it hurt so much to leave Talk to Me off.
Oh my god, she will not like this. I'm looking at the images. She can't watch
the hand is so good. It's the metaphors are so good. Oh, the ending is the last 5 minutes is like I got goosebumps thinking about it right now. It's so good. But Jess,
it looks
please,
like Us.
It's better than Us. It's so good.
Yeah, it's better than Us.
Yeah, Jess.
No, I mean you took all the words out of my mouth. It's so original. It's so good. It actually is scary. So maybe I shouldn't have said that if I want you to watch it. But
it is scary. Yeah. No, Talk to Me. Absolutely great. One that I have to kick myself for leaving off. Someone had to make the cutting room floor. But Talk to Me. Great film. Nicole, number 1 of the year for you.
Oh boy. Okay. So my number 1 movie has also been stated by someone. This movie is, it's colorful. It's beautiful.
Oh.
Brennan couldn't have said it better.
It's not the color purple.
Not the color purple.
Not the color purple, no.
There are multiple colors. Brennan couldn't have said it better when he talked about it, but this movie grew on me so much, and I love it. It is rivaling up. It's not beating, but it's rivaling up to Zootopia in films that I have enjoyed animated recently. But Elemental is my number 1 movie of the year. It is so good.
Now I really want to watch it.
It is so good. The first watch we watched.
Is it like Soul?
Well,
it's more like Zootopia. It's very similar to Zootopia as far if I had a 1-for-1 comp it, but
yeah,
Zootopia is also excellent. I don't even know which one I like better. They're both excellent.
I think that the animation style in Elemental is better. I mean, think about what they had to do, where they had to make water look liquid and see-through. They had to make fire look hot and singeing, and all the other little bits and bobs. They had to make wind look windy. You know what I mean? Like it's and the little quirks that they put in the film to show how some two people can't mix together because you'll kill them. It'll evaporate the liquid, or you'll burn the tree. You know, anything like that. They're so smart with it. And you need to watch it a couple times to pick up on those little things. And it just makes it that much better once you start to find those little Easter eggs. It's so good.
Couldn't agree more. Elemental. It really grows on you.
I'm definitely going to watch it soon. I'll try to watch it.
Yeah, you have to. I think it's on Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah, I believe it is on Disney Plus currently. And most cruise ships. So, go check that out.
I don't know what's cheaper, Disney Plus or a cruise.
Is it the annual membership? All right, we're at the end of the rope here. Mine's also been said at one point. My number 1 of the year, and it's kind and like I've been saying, it's been tough, been really hard to cut all these guys out. This one's been my number 1 since I saw it. I saw it a second time on the plane. It was the first movie I watched because I was like, oh, they have this movie. I haven't been able to see it. It's not on streaming. I want to I knew I had other things to watch. I'm like, I got to watch it again, like right this second. And then I was like. as soon as I finish, I'm like, can I just keep watching this? I have other things to watch, but I'm like, I just want to keep watching this movie over and over again. I want to keep watching Blackberry over and over again forever.
Oh my goodness.
Blackberry is the best movie of the year. Oh, it's so freaking good. It's so good. Canadian Social Network is called, I say that for shorthand, it's reductive. I like it more than that. Like, Social Network is, and it's one of the best movies of the 21st century. This is so, for those who don't know, it's about the BlackBerry. Remember the BlackBerry? It was right before the iPhone, right after the Razor. It basically had this. The what? The Crackberry?
The Crackberry.
There
because
you go.
People couldn't stop using it.
Exactly. For 2 years, you really couldn't put that thing down. But it's the rise and fall of the company BlackBerry, and it has focuses on their two founders, the third guy that they sell the idea to, who's the business asshole man. Jay Baruchel's the main guy, and the director Matt Johnson is the secondary guy, who's like this nerdy, like geeky guy, and then he's not really the villain. It's not really villains per se, but the guy that they work with, who's the business partner, played by Glenn Howerton. People know from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's Dennis, and he plays this asshole businessman. And they take the company and they do a bunch of crazy stuff to make it work, and then shit starts going down. You know, these businessy movies go, but it's filmed kind of like The Office. It's got that like kind of close up, snap zoom, and the comedy. I can't stop laughing at the damn thing. It's so funny. It's the funniest movie I saw this year. It's so good. Blackberry. The last scene, I'm almost done. The last scene, the last frame of the movie, like the last 60 seconds, I think about it all the time. I think about it almost every day. It's skin crawling, haunts me. Ugh. Blackberry, go see Blackberry. And despite it being on 2 lists, it's not the film of the year. There's a tie for the film of the year this year. I was just doing the math while I was going on my Blackberry rant. And
did you do that on your Blackberry?
No, I did it on the phone that killed the BlackBerry because no one wants we don't want the BlackBerry click in it. I can't even do the movie references because you guys won't remember. It's Sisu and Elemental. That's the movie of the year. Yeah. Sisu and Elemental.
Nice. Are on 2 very different films.
Are on 2 of the 2 forward lists.
I haven't seen either.
And it's the first year that Jess doesn't have a movie on the consensus, but they're 2 movies you should go see. I mean, I don't know if you're going to love Sisu, but you should still give it a try. And Blackberry as well, because that is on 2 of the lists as well. John Wick, also on 2 of the lists. Oppenheimer, also on 2 of the lists. So there you go. That's the real top 5 of the show. Those 5 movies are all on 2 lists. Sisu, Elemental, Blackberry, John Wick Chapter 4, and Oppenheimer. So that's the show's top 5, if you will. There you go.
Okay.
That's pretty dude heavy forward list.
I
know we're running long here, but what is anyone looking forward to anything in 2024? We did the catch-up show recently in 2023. I feel like, there's movies we haven't talked about, but who can do everything? So anyone looking forward to anything in 2024?
I'm curious to see the new Mean Girls musical. I've heard some pretty bad reviews on it already, and it just came out like a day ago. So
I'd give it a try. I saw some decent.
Yeah. So that's one. And if you recall, I forget what music autobiography, what biography we were talking about.
The Bob Marley one?
What is the word I'm trying to think of?
Biopic.
One of the biopics that we've done recently, we were trying to guess who the next one was going to be.
Oh, yeah. That was actually last year we did that.
Whitney Houston came out, I believe. Well, one of the other names that we mentioned is coming out this year, and the movie is called Back to Black, which is a film about Amy Winehouse. So we definitely called that one too. So I am interested to see that one as well.
Amy Winehouse doc. Okay, I give it a try. Or biopic, you said. Do you know who's playing her?
I do, but I don't recall her name. It's Marisa Abela.
Adele Dazeem. Okay. Yeah. I thought it was going to be like Lady Gaga or something, because I think the original
Everyone
reason...
said that.
Well, the original reason she dyed her hair was because she said she got confused with Amy Winehouse all the time.
Similar.
Yeah. So, interesting. Okay. Amy Winehouse doc, or biopic. I keep saying doc. It's force of habit. Do you have anything, Mama Kay, that was coming up? I have a few myself.
Yeah, I mean, on the superhero front, I'm looking forward to Deadpool 3.
Are you? Really? You're still looking
Yeah,
forward
I
to
am.
Marvel
I like
movies?
the Deadpool. Deadpool makes me laugh. I think he's incredibly funny.
He's good. He's
and,
good.
And I'm gonna and I am looking forward to Cap 4 more than I've looked forward to any of the other Marvel things in the last couple of years. And then also Argyle, 100% Argyle. Can't wait to see a cat in a
Really?
backpack. Yep.
The trailer for me looks a little like all over the place, but I don't know.
The trailer to me makes it looks like I've seen the movie, but I'm still gonna see the movie.
For those who are not listening, it's Argyle. It's by Matthew Vaughn, the maker of the Kingsman films, as well as
Yes.
Kick-Ass.
Oh.
So fun style. Another very teenage boy movie, okay. You're sticking with the teenage boy.
There's a cat, and one of the main characters is actually a female writer. So
I mean,
okay.
just because the characters are different, the different gender. I'm just saying who the target audience is. Argyle.
And also the Book of Clarence.
That looks great. That's out right now, actually. It's we did his other movie, what is it called? It was another Idris Elba cowboy movie. The Harder They Fall. The Harder They Fall. It's the director of The Bullets does them, but I like that movie, and I want to see this one too. It looks that similar, like modern black western style. I'm into it. Things coming up that I want to see. Alex Garland, my boy. The only movies I look forward to more are from Emerald Fennell are Alex Garland films. He's making one called Civil War, not the Captain America Civil War. It's about
ain't having it.
It's in the near future, and some of the states have seceded, and they create their own little militias, and it's kind of like Americans trying to cross the border, and then the militia stop. You're reporters. What kind of Americans are? Jesse Plemons, our boy, is in it. Nick Offerman.
Oh, God.
Ron Swanson himself.
I already know what character he's playing.
Kirsten Dunst is the lead reporter. I'm excited.
Of course.
Alex Garland time, baby. Let's go.
Has a job.
Furiosa, Mad Max Saga. I love Mad Max Fury Road and Furiosa, long awaited, hoping for good things. I don't really cheer for Inside Out, but Inside Out 2 is coming out. It's just not my favorite of the Pixar. It's fine, but Pixar Pantheon, there's much better things. Is anyone here an Inside Out fan? Like, is that anyone's?
I think I liked it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I did.
It's good. People really like that Bing Bong character.
Bing Bong.
Well, you're laughing at my thing. People really like that Bing Bong character. I feel like Andy Rudy right there. Joker, the new Joker's coming out. Folie à Deux. Speaking of
Wait, is Joaquin Phoenix going to be in it again?
Yep, Joaquin's back as Todd Phillips is directing, and then what's her name?
That'll be good.
We just said her name, Poker Face. What's her name? She's
Lady Gaga.
Kirsten Dunst.
Lady Gaga. There you go. What'd you say? What did you say?
Kirsten Dunst.
No, Poker Face, Kirsten Dunst. No, Lady Gaga. Yeah, she's gonna be Harley Quinn in that movie. And then what else? The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. It's a Guy Ritchie film. Always down for a Guy Ritchie movie. There's a movie Trap coming out, directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and it is starring Josh Hartnett and R&B singer songwriter Saleka. You guys know Saleka?
No.
Very famous. Saleka Shyamalan is her last name.
Get out of town.
So M. Night Shyamalan is making a two-hander with Josh Hartnett and his daughter. So I am very excited for Trap. I don't know what that's going to be, but
it's a period piece.
Oh, it's going to be a piece, all right. And then Nosferatu, I'm looking forward to. That is Robert Eggers' new film. If that name doesn't sound familiar to you, he directed The Witch, The Lighthouse, and The Northman. All three are, I think one's better than the last, each one. They're also more violent and depressing than the last, each one. But Nosferatu, excited for Robert Eggers' latest effort. And that's all I got. Jess, anything from you? Or did we cover everything you were... I figured you were going to talk about all those, right?
It's not a movie, but I really am looking forward to the new Severance season from Apple TV.
Oh, yeah. Is that coming out this year?
I think so. I've heard that they're at least been filming it last year, so I don't know what's taking so long.
I hope it comes out this year. If you see it, you text me, because I'm down for Severance. I'm down to talk Severance on an episode now that we do Now that we do miniseries sometimes, so that's fine. Anything else? This is our top 5 show of the year. Sisu and Elemental. Those are the winners this year. That's and the loser was Cocaine Bear. That's not how I thought. I never know how these shows are going to go, but that's how it went this year. So 2023 in the books, 2024, always more to look forward to. We have the tournament coming up. If you just heard our top 5 or our draft show, you can hear our teams back on there. Where you go and vote, that is on my Instagram, Brennan_podhost. 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 If you want to recommend things to us and you don't have Instagram, Films with the Women in My Life on Facebook, or you can email the show, filmswiththewomen@gmail.com. And if you don't have podcast apps, but you're somehow still hearing this, we're also on YouTube. Films with the Women in My Life is what you search. All right. Thanks, guys, for a good 2023. 5 years more, all right? Another 5 years. We're going to be doing this till the first one dies. So,
All right.
Jesus.
Yep, could be a while. We're not, no one's old enough yet. So, could be a while. You guys stuck with me.
You never know.
Okay. Well, until next time, this is Brennan signing off saying thanks for listening and enjoy your movies.
Thanks for listening to Films with the Women in My Life. If you enjoyed being a listener in our life, please rate and subscribe on Apple Podcasts or on your favorite podcast app. Keep up with the latest from the show on Instagram at Brennan_podhost, on Facebook at Films with the Women in My Life, and on Twitter at FilmsWomenPod. Finally, you can email the show with questions and suggestions at filmswiththewomen@gmail.com. Original music for the show was created by Ian Burke and Chris Iwanek. Original artwork created by Nicole D'Alessio. This show is produced by Brennan Snyder. Thank you again for listening and enjoy your movies.